All hair needs protein, they said. You should use protein in your hair, they said. Now you're standing in front of a bathroom mirror somewhere wondering how this happened and how to fix the protein overload in your hair. I know, it's quite awkward, but not to worry sis, I'm here for you. That's why in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys what might actually be the only scientifically proven way to remove proteins from your hair. And towards the end of this video, I'm also going to be sharing with you guys 5 of my favorite tips to help you avoid protein overload in the future so that we don't find ourselves in this tragic situation again. So make sure you stay tuned to the end of this video so that you don't miss out on any of those. All right guys, are you comfy? Let's get into this video. Let's be honest, would this video even be real if I didn't introduce you guys to some scientific study that you probably won't read or ever look up again after this video? I think not, but that's why I'm here. Just your regular, everyday, average hair science pusher. Yep, that's me. So back in 2005, a study was published that showed the relationship between sodium dodecyl sulfate and hair proteins. FYI, sodium dodecyl sulfate is just another name for your regular sodium lauryl sulfate, but hey, what's science if it's not at least trying to confuse you, right? Now, just in case anyone isn't familiar with what sodium lauryl sulfate is, if you guys remember my video that I did on the different types of shampoo that every natural hair girl needs, we talked about surfactants and how sulfates are surfactants. So sodium lauryl sulfate is just one of those harsh surfactants that are really, really good at cleansing and stripping your hair of everything that is on it. So the results of this study showed that hair experienced protein loss when immersed in an SDS solution, and even more so when the hair was aggravated or manipulated with the solution on it. And the extent of this protein loss was increased at even higher temperatures. So in a nutshell, you all cancelled sulfates and here they are once again solving your everyday life problems. How do you feel? So using the information that we now have, here's how we're going to do this. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get under the shower and section our hair, and we're going to rinse off all of the product buildup that is water soluble off our hair so that by the time the shampoo hits our hair, it can focus on removing the proteins as opposed to product buildup. We're also going to do this using very warm water, not hot, but very warm, because we're trying to encourage the cuticles to open up so that it can be receptive to the shampoo, so that the shampoo can really get in there and get those proteins out. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our sodium dodecyl sulfate containing shampoo or sodium lauryl sulfate containing shampoo, and we're going to apply this directly to our hair. Now, of course, I've already done the research of shampoos that contain this ingredient, and I've popped them in the description box below in case you guys are interested in using any of these. And I've also made sure that none of these shampoos contain any proteins in them because, hey, we're trying to get rid of proteins, not put them back in our hair, okay? So once we've applied the shampoo to our hair and made sure that our hair is thoroughly coated in the shampoo, we're going to go ahead and we are going to apply some heat to raise the temperature of our hair. So you guys will probably have seen me do this in my wash day video where I pour some hot water on my microfiber hair towel and I apply that onto my hair to increase the temperature. Once we've applied something warm onto our hair to increase the temperature, we're going to set our timers to 3 minutes. Now I feel like 3 minutes should be enough time to do the job without drying out your hair so much. You really don't want to be leaving sulfates on your hair for an extended period of time because you will end up creating a dryness problem by trying to fix this protein overload problem. So we'll set it to 3 minutes, and once that 3 minutes is over, we'll go ahead, take the microfiber towel off and rinse that out of our hair. Now at this point, your hair will likely feel stripped, and that's because it is. So this next step is very, very key. You want to take a deeply moisturizing, protein-free deep conditioner. Now my favorite one is the As I Am Hydration Elation. If you guys know, you know. So I'm going to take that and apply that all over my entire head, and then go back again with the warm microfiber towel to make sure that your cuticles are opening so that this moisture is penetrating deeply. Now I have high porosity hair, so really I don't really need the encouragement, but if you have low porosity hair, then you want to make sure that you do not skip this step because it is crucial. This time we're going to leave the conditioner in for about 30 to 40 minutes just because we want to give it enough time to penetrate and to do its job. Of course, you guys know the final step would be to make sure that you are moisturizing your hair properly and sealing properly. If you guys haven't seen any of my videos on how to moisturize your hair and make sure that your hair stays moisturized for longer, that was last week's video, so make sure you go and check that out. Now, the most important thing here is to make sure that you are using a protein-free leave-in or protein-free products to moisturize your hair because, again, we're trying to get rid of proteins here, not trying to put them back in. Are you guys still with me? Okay, good, because I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't just talking to a camera lens in an empty living room. Yeah. So a few weeks ago, after I posted the video on the different types of shampoo that every girl needs, a number of you mentioned that you would be interested in the natural alternatives. So next week, I'm giving the people what the people want. But because it's looking like we might hit the 1,000 subscriber mark by next week's video, to say thank you to every one of you who will have subscribed to this channel before next week's video is released, I've decided that I'm going to do a wash day hamper giveaway, and that's going to be customized to the winner's hair type. Now this hamper will include 2 shampoos, 2 natural alternatives, as well as 2 deep conditioners, and my favorite detangling utensil, which is the Easy Brush. If you're new here, allow me to welcome you to the best thing that's happened to your hair. Every Friday, I release a new video to help you upgrade your hair and scalp care for all-round healthier hair. So guys, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit the like and the subscribe buttons. It really helps to support me and to promote these videos. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on this giveaway or any of my future content. And just so I know it's real, go ahead and type 1K in the comments below so that I know to include you in this giveaway. Okay, I'm excited. You're excited? Oh my gosh. Anyway, the fun's not quite over yet, so how about we jump back into these tips? Okay, so we've managed to kickstart the process for reversing protein overload in your hair, and whatever proteins are still left over will likely remove themselves during the course of the week. But if you do have protein sensitive hair, these next 5 tips are really going to help you manage your protein use so that you can avoid protein overload in the future. So remember the they that I was talking about at the beginning of this video that tell you to use protein in your hair because your hair needs protein? Yeah, they are me. I am they. Your hair needs protein. You might not like it, but you will undoubtedly have to use protein in your hair for optimal hair health. Your hair is made of it and your hair needs it, protein sensitivity or not. But the best way to go about this is to start with a protein-free regimen, entirely protein-free, so no products whatsoever that have protein in them. And then once you have established a protein-free regimen, then you can start to slowly and carefully introduce different products with proteins in them, so that you can monitor how much protein you're using and so that you know when you get to the level of protein that's comfortable for you and for your own hair. My second tip is to be aware of the fact that all natural products can still have proteins in them too. So popular DIY ingredients like aloe vera as well as rice water are packed with amino acids, which are basically just baby proteins. So don't think that just because you are using all natural products or an all natural regimen that you automatically now have a protein-free regimen. Tis not so, sis. Tis not so. These next few tips are going to focus on how you can start to incorporate proteins back into your regimen after you've established a protein-free one. So tip number 3 for me is to start by introducing only one protein-containing product first. And I recommend that this product is a deep conditioner as opposed to a leave-in or a leave-on product. The reason I say this is because the intensity of how proteins take to your hair will increase the longer that it's on your hair. And so if you are using a protein containing leave-in or cream, then that is going to leave a more intense effect of the protein on your hair, as opposed to a deep conditioner where you can apply that, leave it on for a little bit and rinse it off. This is obviously much less likely to lead to protein overload than, say, if you were using protein containing leave-in conditioner. Tip number 4 is that this one protein containing deep conditioner should only have about 1, maximum 2 protein ingredients in them. Again, this will further help you to monitor the amount of protein that you are using in your hair so that you're not just going in there with a product that is heavy with proteins and high in proteins, which is more likely to lead to protein overload even with just one use. Also, if you do things this way, it will be easy for you to learn the types of proteins that your hair can handle versus the types of proteins that your hair cannot handle. My 5th and final tip is that when you are using this deep conditioner, you want to do so without applying heat to your hair, and you also want to make sure that you are leaving it on for a shorter period of time. As I mentioned earlier, the amount of time that you leave the proteins on your hair for, the more intense the effect will be, and also the higher the temperature under which you administer this protein to your hair, the more intense that effect will be. Now I need you to click and watch the playlist on the screen right now to help you get started on how to use protein properly for your protein sensitive hair. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Wait, did I mention that I'm hitting 1K in next week's video? Oh, I did? My bad. I wasn't sure. It's awkward. Okay, well, I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna leave now. Bye, guys.